I want to share 3 lies that pre-retirees tell themselves that ends up causing them to delay their retirement. But this is tricky though, because behind every lie, there's truth, right? That's why so many people believe these things. But I'm hoping that I can get you to think a little bit differently than you're thinking right now. And I want to share some stories of other retirees who are maybe a few years ahead of you, because finding someone who's been where you are or where you want to go and then following those steps, it's a great cheat code for life. So might as well do that. So I'll share 3 lies, and then I'll share what to do so we can break through these lies and actually not worry about them anymore and just be confident with what we're doing and make sure we're doing the best thing for your specific situation. And by the way, I'm Dave Zoller, and I own a retirement planning firm, Streamline Financial, with Tim. And we've helped a lot of people retire over the past 14 years. And we want to use this channel to really share what's working for them and share that with you. So let's get into lie number 1. And this is going to cause you to delay retirement. And it's that thought of, I'll just work 1 more year and then I'll have more saved. And then retirement's going to be more secure. It's going to be better all around. Now, that is true that if you work an extra year, you're going to have a little bit more saved and all of those things. But the real question here is working 1 more year really what I want to do? We've seen in the past that people may lose the drive to work depending on the career when they get to a certain age, or maybe things start changing at work that they really aren't that big of a fan, and they really start looking forward to other areas of their life that they want to spend more time in. But they continue to work and they say, maybe just 1 more year. I'm not 100% confident. I don't have that level 10 out of 10 confidence here. So maybe 1 more year and it'll just get me a little bit closer to that feeling that I'm looking for. And then a year later, well, maybe just another year. It's not that bad. And they justify it, and they just keep going. Again, it's true. Every retirement plan is going to look better the more you work, the more you earn, the more you save. What we need to do though is actually look at the real numbers. So let's see if I can pull this plan up of a sample plan. And there's this question here of, what if we did retire sooner? And just to give you a quick summary of what this is net worth investable assets over the entire lifetime of this person retiring this year. And what if they retired a little bit sooner? What would that look? But before we get into that, all of these other what if scenarios, they are so important, at least what we're seeing with our clients, to really go through all of them, all the things on your mind, anything that will get you a little bit more confident and a little bit more to that level 10 out of 10 confidence is worth doing. They're just what if scenarios. They're just things to explore. But anyways, let's get into this and see what this looks like. What if you retired 1 year sooner? How does that change the plan? And we'll see that blue bar go down just a little bit and see the overall value of the plan go down a very small amount. And knowing that and seeing that is pretty helpful, because then you could decide, well, that's a lot of money there, but is it really worth it? Is it really worth 1 more year? And like I say in some of these other videos, is you start to realize as you get older that time does not equal money. Time is infinitely greater than money. Now, don't get me wrong. If you run the numbers, if you look at your retirement plan and you're not close to being financially independent, then work may be a necessity. So that just obviously we need to plan the right way. That's why at least running a plan and knowing the answers ahead of time is important. But for many people that we help, we see that the plan is just fine. Something you may have heard on this channel before is that retirees will commonly say is, I wish I had done it sooner. Now, let's get on to lie number 2. Now, the next lie is one that you may not be saying out loud, and you may not be saying these exact words, but it's usually in the back of many pre-retirees' heads, or even retirees' heads. And that is, if I'm not working, am I going to be as valuable anymore? Throughout our career, we've been continually creating and providing value to others through our work, providing value to clients and to customers or coworkers or patients or students or whoever it is. We're helping somebody. And that's why work can be so fulfilling, because we're valuable in some way. But when we get to this place of financial independence, where we can now make work optional, one of the things that may hold us back is that feeling of having less significance in this next stage of no work, or maybe less purpose in this next stage. But I'll give you a way to break through this and really get to this great feeling of fulfillment and purpose.